Hey everybody, good morning. It's Pete. It is Wednesday morning, July 29th, 2020. Thank you so much for joining me today and welcome to a new episode of today's Best Stock Picks. Want to give a big caveat to today's day. In my experience and the way I trade and in my history, my career, I guess is the best way to say it, there's certain days that I don't make money on. There's certain days to me that just are lower probability type trades. And I'm just giving you some experience. I'm not necessarily telling you exactly what to do. I'm telling you what I definitely do, which is I find that options expiration are very challenging days to trade. I find that FOMC announcements are very challenging days to trade. And I find the day of an earnings announcement heading into the earnings are very challenging to trade. So if a stock announces in the morning, then it's after the fact, then you can trade that stock pretty aggressively because you got a lot of attention on it. But if it trades, excuse me, if it's after hours, I find heading into that portion of the day, trading that stock very challenging because a lot of the smart money, jockeying for position, anticipating what earnings is going to be, anticipating what guidance is going to be. And then obviously after the announcement, the stock trades all over the place. So again, I just want to repeat those because today we actually have, I apologize, we have an FOMC announcement today. So I am not trading heavily into the FOMC announcement. I don't have heavy positions into the FOMC announcement. It will be my normal trading in the morning and then waiting until after that. So it'll be very, very rare unless something happens before that for me to be involved. And then after the chaos, after the announcement, then usually that last hour and a half of the day can be decent. But again, if it's indecision that comes out of that announcement, I will step back. And we've seen this a lot in the boot camp over the last month, that people are really starting to learn the difference between I'm not making money and I'm trading bad versus, wow, this is a really tough market to trade and you have to really be on top of your game. There's a big difference. And that's a professional trading insight there that some days, some weeks are just really tough to trade. And that's not you. You can't say, oh my gosh, my strategy doesn't work. Oh my gosh, I need to go and reinvent everything. When the volume is really light, the market's just bouncing around like a balloon. That's not you. It sounds like we're breaking up, right? It's not you, it's me. That's the market. Sometimes the market and sometimes individual stocks just have massive indecision, which leads to lighter volume, which leads to difficult trading. And you can see that a lot of the trades that we're looking at, a lot of these stocks are in a box where this box is, that's the right price right now. And until it gets out of that window, you have to work the orders if you trade those stocks at all. And that's just smart trading. That's reality trading. That's not what you see in a television commercial. That's just the fact. Sometimes the market is challenging. I'm making money because I understand when to do nothing, but a lot of traders still need to understand how to do that and then actually do it. For some reason, a lot of traders hit the market. I'm a day trader. I have to trade. The market's open. I have to do something. No, you don't. That's the point. You're doing this to see your account grow steady month after month after month. And in order to do that, you first need to learn how to not lose money, which means to learn what a great idea is. And then everything away from a great idea is you just stay away if you do anything at all, because then when the market lines up and there's something to do, you're net profitable instead of being down here because you threw money away because you were impatient. And now you're all the way up here because you didn't do that and you put yourself in a good position to make money for that week, that month, whatever it happens. It could be even during the day if you're a day trader. So I just want to make that clear that if you're an active trader, and especially if you're a day trader, or even if you're a swing trader, sometimes the market's more challenging. And when it's more challenging, you have to be okay with saying, I'm going to preserve my capital until I see amazing ideas. And if you do that, you're going to be so happy you did, because when it unfolds and there's easier money on the table, you're going to be the one who's taking home money as opposed to making a deposit. If you want to learn about this, you want to really talk about this, definitely subscribe to the channel because I talk about these kind of things every day. And if you really want to take it up a notch, definitely join the boot camp, which is 30 days of us discussing this stuff all the time. And I'm telling you right now, the biggest revelation, the biggest insight that people get is that you don't have to be pounding the keyboard all day looking for trades. You should only be looking for trades and ideas that are awesome. So we're going to talk about some ideas today. Today is an FOMC announcement, so it's one of those days where I don't trade that aggressively. There are some ideas on the table. We had earnings yesterday, specifically talking about AMD and StarBucks and eBay. So we're going to take a look at those three. Those will probably be the ones that I focus on pretty much for the better part of today, just because they're going to be active after earnings. Financial stocks might be in play a little bit today too. They actually unusually found some buying yesterday, sold off a little bit in the afternoon, but they're going to have some attention today, obviously with interest rates as well. A lot of the other stocks that we've been looking to be long have now pulled back yesterday. I'm looking for maybe one more day of pulling back before we look to initiate some better trades to the long side. They might meet some short-term criteria to look for some longs. We'll take a look at those and what they look at right now. But we're gonna focus on, again, we're talking about the market and those stocks being in a box. You can see what the market's done. This is the last FOMC announcement over here, and we've been in this box this entire time. So the question now is, do we stay in this box where the overall market, and specifically the S&P, is a little bit more challenging to not be that good wind at our back, or do we get some good news today where we actually pop through here and start to make a run at the all-time highs? That would be pretty darn interesting. So let's let the market tip its hand today and tell us what to do. AMD, which has been on fire, we've been trading the stock very actively, has now paused for 2 days, but earnings yesterday, it's up 11% pre-market. It's going to have massive attention on the stock today, should have good volume, should have good volatility. Again, you only need one stock on a day in and day out basis if you're a new trader to make consistent money and see your account grow. This is definitely going to be something that's going to be on our watch list again today. It's been in the watch list since over here when it finally broke 57. If you subscribe to the channel, please click down and subscribe. This is a stock that we've been talking about. It finally cleared that level, stayed, and it's been really, really good. It's up $18 since we made that call. So definitely understand what makes a good opportunity. And then the next step is to pay attention to how to trade it. So I just want to point out one stock that we've been very active in this year that is in a box. And you can see pretty clearly that DocuSign is not trending as clearly as it was, which is making it much, much more difficult to have conviction in and much, much more difficult to pull money out of it on a day in and day out basis. So this is really where money goes to die when, as a trader, you don't recognize these changes in the situation. In our game plan meeting in the morning, I call the story has changed. The tape has changed. And you need to react differently when the tape changes. You can't just go, God, I can't wait to get in there and get aggressive in the stock if the situation's changed. There's a big difference when it's clearly trending and pausing on light volume and exploding versus this where we get selling, indecision, 2 days of buying, and then indecision again. That's challenging. So as traders, as tape readers, as people who want to pull money out of the market, as people who want to be the asset that makes money, you need to recognize this kind of stuff and stay away from these lower probability situations until it resolves itself and the market gets back to pushing to new levels. Also, TSM in sync with AMD, obviously also going to be active today. Not up as much because obviously AMD presented earnings, but this pullback is an interesting situation to be looking to get involved with. Now, the point that I want to make here is that you are going to have the best opportunities if you're trading active stocks that have smart money in them every single day on a consistent basis. This stock meets that criteria. Now it's just a question of getting in there and having the intraday criteria, or if you're swing trading, your swing trading criteria set up so that you can start to work orders. We also have SBUX, which to me has been very challenging to trade. Now trading after earnings last night at 78, almost 79, which takes us up into this area here, which is a breakout level. And then we're looking at 84. So it'll be interesting to see if SBUX can meet that minimum criteria of the open price today, looking for a run at 84 over the next day or two. eBay on the other side, not shocking, but the stock has just been really, look at this run since March. It's kind of, we joke around that it's been the forgotten dot-com boom opportunity because all these other ones, you know, they're trading $600, $700, $800. This one has been great since March. I don't know what else to say. Has pulled back a little bit, not quite there right now. But my point is, it's a lower, here's my point on this stock. It's a lower opening in a strong stock. So today in this stock, I'm actually looking to see the stock find support and look for a spot to bid. I want to bid into a strong stock. I know the earnings wasn't good, but let's see what happens. Another interesting one that we called out earlier video today is Duke Energy. Not the sexiest stock on the planet, but this made new 20-day highs on double its normal volume, and it looks like the next level is around 91. So you have roughly $7 profit potential if the stock opens flat. Again, keeping with the theme of you don't need to keep going to look for new stocks day after day after day. OSTK continues to climb higher, continues to offer opportunity, continues to be one of the easier stocks to identify good trades. This stock, because it failed yesterday at those new highs, I'm going to force it to have criteria. It looks to me like it's a better trade over 60. So between where it is now, 57 and change, and 60 will be a day trade. Over 60, I'll be looking for a swing trade. PG is one that we've been calling out as well. You can see this was the box that was challenging. Now it just traded and closed above what we've set an alert for. As long as it's above this 127 level, I'm also going to be looking to initiate a swing trade. TAL is another one that meet the criteria where it's finally punching through this 78 level. As long as it's above 78, we're looking to initiate a swing trade. And NVAX is one that's been in the list as well. I want to make it clear, I keep saying it every day, I am not holding any of these COVID stocks overnight, but my gosh, they are really good day trades yesterday. Congratulations to everybody in the boot camp. Just this one opportunity yesterday in the afternoon was good for at least $5 on one trade. So if you did what you're supposed to do the entire day, it was a relatively easy trade in the afternoon, and you wouldn't have been making money back that you threw away because you were bored. You were sitting in cash, you were sitting in a good position, and that one trade at the end of the day paid you for the entire day. So we're still looking to be long NVAX as well. We might set up a saturation play in there today where we might open higher and find some selling because of how strong it's been the last couple of days. But it is still definitely in place. So NVAX, AZN, AstraZeneca, those stocks are definitely in our watch list every day, but I'm not carrying them overnight. So there's still some opportunity in there. I'm going to be mainly focusing on those stocks that had earnings recently, that are in play, that still have room to go, that meet my criteria to put on a trade. And then in the afternoon, as we get closer to the FOMC, I'm probably going to be having coffee and chocolate chip cookies. So if you have any questions, definitely leave them below. If you've had some success, absolutely leave a comment. I'd love to hear about your results. And if you want to trade together for the next 30 days, definitely click down and join the boot camp. It's such an amazing investment in yourself for the next 30 days. I think you'll be very happy. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.